Hi everybody, Jeri Jacquin from Military Press here in beautiful Washington, D.C. on a warm, sunny day next to the Beast. If anyone recognizes this is the limousine for the president. Takes bullets, takes all sorts of things. Behind us is the White House, and we're all here today because of the movie coming out on Friday, White House Down, starring Channing Tatum, Jamie Foxx, Maggie Gyllenhaal, directed by Roland Emmerich, and you know who that is, the man of disaster that brought you 2012 and Independence Day. We have some interviews coming up for you, so stay with us. It's nice to talk to you again. We spoke several years ago, and I asked you then if you were done destroying the world, and you kind of laughed it off. So I'm wondering, have you just kind of whittled it down now in certain sections of the world?
No, it's like this, you know. It's very rare that you read a script which is good in this business. And I just read the script and it was so good that I overcome my hesitation to do something with the White House again. Honest to God, it was just, I love the central character of this movie so much, you know, because it's this really, man who is a father and so wants his daughter to love him again after he disappointed her. And that's, for me, something, also that he escaped from his marriage and went on 2 or 3 tours to Afghanistan. All made sense to me, you know.
When you were reading the script, did you know right away who you wanted to reach role?
Well, we had a list, and on top of the list was Channing, and so it was the first actor I met. And afterwards, I said to everybody, guys, we are in trouble because I love this guy so much for this part. What we do when he's not doing it, And I was like kind of. I would have been ready to say, okay, let's not do this movie, or let me not do this movie because he doesn't say yes. But luckily, he said yes.
Felt that strongly about it.
Oh yeah.
Jamie Foxx as the president.
He is just one of my favorite actors. I always admired him. It's like a multi-talented, and I just thought, he can pull this off. And it's also like so cool. He plays a slave in his last movie, and now he plays the president, and he's in both parts convincing. Now that's what's called acting. It's just, and also I'm everybody like kind of sees him more as a comedian, but think he's an amazing actor.
But he got a chance to have a sense of humor.
Oh yes, but I like to do that. I mean, I always tend to cast more comedic actors in dramatic parts. So like there's a history of that in my movies.
Giving them the opportunity to show their chops, as it were.
Yeah, because it's kind of cool when I love humor. I love to kind of, have like kind of movies, be not too earnest, and have a lighter touch. And I think when you, as a comedic actor, you can turn the humor on like this. If you're not, you will have probably a tough time with it.
Was this a hard sell?
A hard sell for what?
To get made?
No, it was like the studio wanted this to be made, and they came to me first, luckily.
You've done an amazing job. This was just watching the characters interact with each other. Maggie, amazing. Is that someone you thought?
I wanted to work with her. I wanted to work with her since forever, since I saw her in Secretary. And yes, and when you saw her in that movie, you say like, wow, there's a new actress to work with, and she will have a long and healthy career. She's an incredible actress.
Absolutely. So what else do you have coming up for us?
I think
military guys want to know.
Yeah, I think next is the sequel to Independence Day.
You've got to be excited about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate
Okay.
it. We were curious. After the movie, we were talking about your character and being the strong female role in the midst of all these naysayers. Was that something that attracted you to the role when you read it?
Well, it wasn't. I mean, yes, of course, I like that she's a smart, capable woman. But I'd say I was more interested in the rest of her. I mean, it's so clear in the script that she's powerful and confident. But then there's all this other stuff, like the scene with James Woods early on where he kind of basically says, you seem so unhappy. And like, really, you need to get laid, you know, or yeah, and connect and I think that what I was really into about her was how she's a woman like all the rest of us. I mean, like, we're professionals and we have professional responsibilities and we're smart and capable and all of that, but also there are times when I'm weak and confused and emotional, and I wanted her to be all those things too, you know, hot for Channing's character, exhausted, you know, all of that, as well as capable. And then I think the way that she feels about democracy and about the government. I mean, I think she loves democracy in her body, in her heart, and in her brain. And you know, and what our country could be and should be. And then there comes a point where it isn't working for her to follow the rules that way, the rules she believes in, and so she goes around them. You know, but I think all that's very feminine and very it's why she's a woman as opposed to a man in the movie.
But you're in the middle of these. It seems like these men are just finding reason after reason not to let you
I know.
do what
Well, in
the
particular,
right
that
thing.
general. Like, what is his deal? You know, that's what I kept thinking when I was shooting it. Like, what's your problem? You know, and in fact,
Right.
you know, yeah, he's like always kind of, I don't know what his problem was, except that maybe she was like really challenging his power somehow. I didn't mean to be,
Right.
you know, but I think that's all.
But you were, to me, it was, and to the other women in the audience, it was like such a strong female presence.
Yeah.
In the midst of the men arguing, you were the one to say, "Whoa, take a deep breath, listen to what I'm saying."
Yeah.
But it's hard to do when everyone else has an agenda.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true. It's hard. It's for women. It's like, I think you have to think about 15 other things also. Like if you know, in a way that I think men don't. So it's not so much that there isn't equality in the workplace in a kind of old-fashioned way. It's more that, like, if I'm going to disagree with the person in charge in my work, I have to also think about how to do it in a way that is graceful, is gentle enough that it doesn't like take me back 3 steps instead of forward 2, and you know,
Hard thing to do.
and I think men maybe don't have to think about all that stuff in the same way as we do.
Absolutely. Working with the cast, have a good time?
Yeah, it was a great time. Totally, it was great.
You seem like you were, you know, last night you guys, when you all came in, it was a nice camaraderie you guys had together.
Yeah, definitely. I really loved everybody on the set. Everybody was great.
Well, we appreciate your time. I'm so happy to see you guys. Last
Happy to
night
see you
was
too.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
So we're gonna jump right in, and I have to ask, going into the film, did you get all giddy about all the wonderful things you got to do, the rolling around, the shooting the guns?
Yeah, you know, when you read a script, you get really, you know, you're just like, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be so much fun to do, and then you end up doing it like all day long. You're just like, oh, I gotta hit the ground in this scene for 6 hours straight, and then I get punched in the face 7 times, and then kicked in the stomach, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna, when I read that again in a script, I'm gonna make sure that I remind myself I'm gonna have to do this all day long.
Oh, you know you're gonna do it again, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't really learn all that well.
And your favorite part, or favorite scene that you filmed? I was asked to ask you that, but
My favorite scene, I guess, getting the
And hose the dude down.
yeah. We
see,
like
we had a
guns.
bet going that would have been it.
Yeah, we like
It
guns.
looked like you were having such
Yeah, that
a
was
good
fun.
time.
That was a good time. Those, you know.
Well, Roland sang your praises a few minutes ago, saying he wouldn't have done the movie without you.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I'm such a fan of his. There's only about 3 directors that makes the size of movies that Roland does, and I think he does these movies almost better than anyone, and he just cares. And a lot of big movies don't have a lot of heart, and Roland, I think, has so much heart, and I think movies are direct reflections of the directors. They're like holding up a mirror to them, and I think this movie is just him. He wants people to enjoy themselves, and he cares about issues, as well, and he likes to have fun, doing it.
He does have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. And for you, sir, working with Roland?
Incredible. I've like I said, we've grown up watching his movies and seeing people like Will Smith in Independence Day, and now seeing him direct Channing and myself. It was great to see that he knows it. He really knows what the movie's about, and this, I always think about a director and how do they deal with the scope of the epicness of the movie, and he's fantastic, man.
He makes it look easy, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually it does, because, you know, it was, making movies is not easy, especially movies on this size where some of the stuff isn't even made, you know, he's got a CG, a lot of stuff, and he keeps it all, you know, in line and together. It's pretty impressive.
he? Are you guys getting all psyched up about Friday, opening day?
When is this is next Friday?
Next Friday, yeah. I'm always excited for opening day. You just want the movie to do good. You want, you know, especially Roland and you know, everybody works so hard on the movie. You want people to see it. You know, you want people to see it and enjoy it, because we enjoyed making it.
Well, I'm sure the military guys and gals are going to
Fantastic.
be absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know, they love things blowing up all
Yeah.
the time, so that's awesome for them, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.